Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another review of another product I've managed to gather from across the world. This is the DSPIAE MS-01 CHARYBDIS, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. So with this is advertised as a Vortex, magnetic mixer. Traditionally, I usually use this Vortex mixer here to mix paints and save my arms, but this is meant to works a little bit differently. So with this we get a USB cable and also 20 metal rods. The base itself, you need to actually attach the non-slip mat yourself, as well as the 3 non-slip feet. Underneath these 3 non-slip feet are actually 3 screws, which I imagine you can use to take apart the unit. In addition, this runs on 2 AA batteries. So, and as you heard there, the activation is touch based, so you can simply press the button and this will activate the unit. So the metal bars are like so, and these are relatively quite small, and are simply meant to be put inside your paint jar. So hopefully I can demonstrate this. So as you can see, the magnetic element of the thing is all in that center part here. So when you put these in there, this will stay in the middle. So once you activate that, this will spin our metal bar. Again. So difference being against our Vortex mixer. So this is my usual one. So what I have here is a same paint jar. The only difference is I've got a couple of glass balls in here and some water. This may produce a weird effect on the screen. But you can see that basically spins our glass balls around to mix our paint. So difference being is now we're going to be using this metal bar with some water. So if I fill that up, so now have our metal bar sitting on the bottom here with some water instead. So put the lid back on, place our bar in, so hopefully that's now in focus, and spin our paint. So as you can see, this produces a lovely vortex effect. So this works rather well. So what I want to try and do is see what happens when I combine these metal bars with my existing methods. So I'm going to actually introduce the glass balls. So now that we have now a metal bar and 2 glass balls, let's see what happens. So the vortex option still works. It seems to still create the vortex as expected, and also doesn't seem to be damaging the glass balls either. So it looks like we can combine both of these together. So what I'm also going to do is show it used on USB. The effect is a lot more powerful. So I'll just get rid of our batteries first. And then plug into USB. Now the recommendation in the guide is a 5-volt charger with 1 amp. I believe most most phone chargers, as long as they're not fast charging or special chargers, will work. For me, I have a USB hub underneath my desk, which is powering most of my lights around my hobby desk. So what you will now see, if I actually just leave it as it is actually, so we have our metal bar with the 2 glass balls in. You see that spins everything a lot faster. So let's see if we can extract out our metal bar. Let's get some tweezers. Got that in there. And what I'm also going to do is do this with the cap off and see what happens. As you can see, still getting the Vortex. And also no paint spillage either. So let me stop. And we'll try one more time. Might be a little bit of spillage there. So what I want to try and do is combine this with my existing paints. So at the moment I have a metallic paint here. This is a Tamiya 10ml bottle, and I've also got a traditional Mr. Colour paint as well. So with both of these, you can see this one has not been mixed. This has already got some glass balls inside. And actually what I will do is I'll use a fresh metal rod. So 1 metal rod, I'm going to flop it in to our lacquer paint. And let's see what happens. Won't do this with the lid off this time. Let's see if it's enough to give it a spin. So look at the bottom. So you can see it's where it's been spun a bit. Whether or not that's actually vortexed up to the top. There we go. So on the second go, you can see that's definitely looking a lot more mixed. I'll do 1 more third go. So definitely you can see the metal flakes actually moving, so it's not stuck anymore. It definitely seems to be stirred at least. So let's add it to a fuller bottle. So Here's Mr. Colour one. So there's our metal rod. I'm going to add it into our full paint. I have a little bit of thinner in here already, just to make sure it's not thick. And let's spin. So definitely seems to be at least agitating the paint at least, which is a bit more different from our traditional Vortex mixer, which again, if I demonstrate here. Definitely a lot more agitated using the Vortex mixer, which I will probably still continue to use. But this is definitely a convenient way of mixing your paints, as it's simply, once you have the metal rods in, place it on here and leave until you're ready. So that's been a demonstration of the DSPIAE MS-01 CHARYBDIS magnetic mixer.